Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of MinceRaft. I know I haven't posted in a while, and I would like to use the excuse that I have been very busy, but I haven't actually been very busy. I just haven't been anywhere where I can record. I haven't been anywhere with a decent mic, or a PC that is really capable of recording. I mean, I could have, but you know, I wouldn't have been able to have this beautiful texture pack and the far render distance and been able to keep it nice and smooth, which is, you know, what I'm used to at this point in time. So anyway, I thought, because I have been playing on MinceRaft a little bit, I just haven't been recording, because not everything I've been doing is interesting. I can't remember exactly what was shown last time I either streamed, which I know not all of you would have seen, or last time I posted a video, but I'm pretty sure that was there, or certainly I was working on that. I've certainly finished that now, but I don't think I've shown this wall. But the way I'm thinking of doing this wall is that, well, what I originally had planned was doing the exact same design, pillars up there, possibly a gate like type thing through there. But I was worried that it would look just a bit too sort of samey, because the problem I find with Minecraft buildings is that if you use too much the same block or the same design, it just doesn't look good. Hence why I've used those, like the cobblestone there, which is normally people wouldn't use cobblestone, but I thought it turned out quite well. So I was thinking of maybe instead of it going down like that, I think I might have it go up and up again, like sort of a bit like a McDonald's M, but not quite so extreme, and have like a bridge with pillars, and do something kind of fancy with stone bricks and slabs and stairs and stuff. But I don't really know what to do. I'm not a great builder, and I'm just not very good at this jumping thing. I usually quite like to pride myself on my jumping prowess in Minecraft. But I have been working on the nether sort of hub track a little bit. Not a great deal, but I came up with the design, and then I realized it's freaking expensive. Whoa. Ah! Well, this is it, but don't... Ugh. Okay, well this is it. I quite like it. So the track would go down here, as you can see, which is probably pretty obvious to most people. And then this would be it, and this would also be have I got my fast pickaxe? No. But I may as well. I haven't actually done the roof, but I may as well just fill in a little bit so we get an idea of what it would look like. Because the plan is to have this just like a a stone brick roof. But I might do something else. You guys always tell me what you think would look good in the comments, because I am not that creative of a person, especially when it comes to Minecraft. I just have mental blocks and think, well, I'm going to pick one block and just make a square. That's pretty much all I'm capable of. But I do think this design is done quite well. I didn't want like a really narrow path, but the problem with this is that pigmen might get on the tracks, which anyone who's ever done any sort of nether hub work will know is just a complete nightmare. Anyway, we're going to hop back, and what I wanted to do today is start getting together a sheep farm, because with the castle you're gonna need flags, and you're gonna need statues, and of course you're gonna need a statue of this guy right here. Because that's just the way I operate. For any people who've been familiar with my work for a long time, I used to do quite a lot of statues, and not just of myself. But for statues we need wool, and for wool we need sheep, and for sheep we need a pen, and for pen we need wood. So we're gonna get some wood, and I'm gonna just do some. I hate it. I used to when chopping trees, I used to always climb up the top and attack it from above, but it never really caught on. And you can't just leave floating trees. People who leave floating trees it's just quite abysmal behavior, really. I mean, it drives I don't have OCD, but I am, when it comes to my own stuff, I am very I'm gonna say anal. You guys gotta try not to laugh, because you know it's the correct terminology. But I am extremely anal. For anyone who's seen the inside of my computer, for example, or my desk, it's just kind of ridiculously neat. Like, I've probably spent my computer, in terms of the hardware that's in it and the stuff that actually matters on how it performs, and I am including cooling in that and the case and stuff. Well, I'll include the case. Was probably hit about 1,100, 1,200 pounds. And then a little bit more. I've got a sound card in here now, which doesn't affect my frames per second or anything, but makes the sound a whole lot nicer. And I am a bit of an audio geek. I'm not a huge audiophile, but I do appreciate good audio. I was willing to pay £20 for better stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling. I've probably spent at least another sort of £100 on just making it look sort of neat and tidy. So stuff like that. Stuff would have included buying extra cable ties, which isn't that expensive. I probably spent about £2 on cable ties. The pump for the water cooler was this was interesting actually. The pump for the water cooler, although this isn't how it looks, it was noisy, and it wasn't really meant to be noisy. And I did some research online, and it turned out that my power supply, it's not faulty or anything. For any of those who knows what about computers, the power supply converts nasty, dirty current, AC power, alternating current, to nice, clean DC power or direct current that all your computer chips can use without dying instantly. But that was instead of putting out exactly 12 volts, it was putting out around 12.1, 12.2, which doesn't sound like that much, but the pump for the water cooler, for those of you interested, it is a water-cooled PC, the pump for it was getting that 12.1, and instead of running at 2,000 revolutions per minute, it actually was running at about 2,100 to 2,200. And again, that doesn't sound like that much of a difference, but it's only really rated for 2,000. And what happened then was the casing that it was in, and just sort of the bearing that it was spinning on, it would just rattle like hell. It was just noisy. So I actually purchased myself a full toolkit, which I have used for other things as well, but mainly to get a soldering iron and a ratcheting screwdriver, so that I could solder in a 1N4001, of course, because I know all of you are familiar with what the heck that is, diode, which stepped it down to about 11 volts, which is fine. It's not going to kill it. If I went much lower than that, you would be looking at sort of damaging some components. But it's fine, and now it runs at 1,950, which is 50 slower, so my temperatures may be affected by a degree, but it's now a pretty silent PC. I also bought some new fans because they were ridiculously loud, and so I bought Silverstone air penetrators for any of you who are interested. I know some of you out there know a little bit about computer hardware. And then probably the most ridiculous thing I did was I installed a window on the side of my case. So the side of my case had a mesh to mount a fan on. But I thought that was ugly. One, I couldn't mount a fan on there anyway because I think it would have conflicted with my water cooler, and it just would have just rattled against it. It wouldn't have fit basically, and it would have grinded against my graphics card as well. It wasn't a very well thought out sort of fan placement. I mean, it's good that it's meant to cool your graphics card, but it just spiders. Ah! But there just wasn't enough space to put it on. So I got rid of that, and now there is a window on there, so that you can see inside my PC. And all the immaculate cable management that I've done. Because one other thing that I did is instead of having disgusting multicolored wires plugged into my motherboard, with just basically multicolored wires running all over the inside of my PC, I now have individually braided white cables. So normally what would happen is they'd be braided as one big thick sort of cable consisting of 24 wires. This is just one example of a cable. And they'd be just disgusting and multicolored. But now They've each got their own. They're each just 24 individual white wires with a white sort of cloth sleeving on them, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. See, I've probably just rambled for the past 5 minutes on not even the performance of my PC, but how it looks. So I think you guys are really starting to figure out quite how nerdy I am. But I am super proud. I love that thing. What am I doing? We need sticks for fences. There's much more stuff that I've. Is there a lot more stuff I've done to it? I'm trying to think now. I added some more RAM. I shouldn't add some more RAM. I managed to get a really good deal on a 16GB kit of RAM, and it was blue, so it matches the inside of my PC. If you guys want to see, by the way, what it looks like and stuff, I do have some videos on it, but that's before it was demessified and before it got a graphics card. I never really posted a video about that. I used to post videos about how when I built my own computer, because I did build it myself. I used to post videos about my progress on that, but I didn't have a video camera, so it was just like a montage of poorly taken pictures. So I kind of decided I'd do away with those videos and just keep people updated on Twitter. So if you do find this stuff interesting, feel free to follow me on Twitter. I'm not forcing you, but I do post pictures of if something interesting has happened in the world of my computer adventures. I most likely will post it on Twitter. And for those of you who do follow me on Twitter will know that I am building another computer. As I mentioned before, or at the beginning of this video, I do actually move around a lot, which is why in the past, and well, to this day, my videos, in terms of when they've gone up, have often been quite erratic, and you can't really keep track. They're not very well scheduled. I know I went through like about a month period of one every 2 days, I think, and I was really pleased that I managed to get that done. But I was in the same place over and over and over again. I was stuck in the shed, the infamous shed that some of you have heard of. So that made it a lot easier. So when I go away, I only have my laptop, which is okay, but I don't really enjoy using it. I'd much rather use my desktop. So I'm building myself a small PC that has handles on it. It still have some balls. It's going to be i5, probably with a 660 Ti, 8 gigs of RAM. It has to have an SSD, because any computer worth its soul these days has to have an SSD. It's just, why not? Apart from the fact that they're expensive. It's going to be white again, but that's the plan. It's coming together. I'm filming this episode, or this video, on a Thursday, and if all goes to plan, it should be a working computer by Saturday or Sunday. Although the graphics card, I actually, quite ridiculously, because not to brag, I didn't do anything special to get it, but what actually happened was I had some bonds, which is a bit like sort of a lottery where you just store your money. You don't lose any money for playing it, but it's a bit like, instead of putting your money in a bank, you put it in bonds, and it stays there. You don't get any interest on it, but you get into essentially a lottery. And I actually won, which is freakishly unlikely. I actually won a fair chunk of money, and I ordered myself a 680, and then I got which is a fairly powerful graphics card. I ordered myself a 680, and then must have been about 2 weeks ago now. And then on Tuesday, they emailed me and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I know we said we had it in stock, but we don't." So they said, "We'll email it to you." Well, not email. We'll post it to you as soon as we get it. It's like, well, screw that. So I'll probably just go with like a beefed up 670 for my desktop. Take the 660 Ti that I'm playing on right now out of my desktop, and plonk that into my mini rig. Okay, so this is looking alright. I'm just going to smooth off, do a bit of landscaping, because I don't want it to look too ugly. That'll be alright. Let's just get rid of that. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the long, boring rambles where I'm not actually talking about the game that I'm playing. But you know, I needed a rant, and I know some people enjoy listening to just because I know there are people even with Let's Plays, and I do the same sometimes, that just don't even watch that intently. What I do is I have it on my second crappy monitor. It's like a 15-inch or something. No, not probably like 19-inch, but it's tiny and it only does 720p. And I just kind of have that on the background whilst I perhaps work, and I'm just running back and forth as I talk. So we'll set up. We'll get these fences in. Yes, it's good. By the way, for any of you like engineering people who maybe do DT, design technology for, I'm not sure they have it in America. My soldering skills were pretty. Oh, that was an Enderman. All right. Whew. I thought it was someone outside. Like I'm in a as I mentioned, I am in a shed, and no, we actually had a ladder stolen from behind the shed, which is like the most common thing to get stolen from a garden is a ladder. So they can go and use it to burgle more people, but they stole it from right outside the shed, and so I'm kind of on alert for any suspicious noises, because it's spooky, you know, it's spooky. Let's have a crafting table out here, because that'll come in handy. Whoa! Ooh. Ooh. Alright, sorry, he's being a dick. He's gonna die. You're gonna fucking die, man. Haha! I don't need seeds. There we go. So I've got one ender pearl overall. So that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, I had to go and do something for a little while. So I can't exactly remember what I was talking about. I do know I was building a sheep farm, so I'm not completely stupid. Oh, looks like I forgot to place this down. So maybe I am actually completely stupid, and we haven't quite figured it out yet. So we'll need a gate. I know that. I was talking about my PC, but I think I said that was all to say. I recently got some speakers, which is nice. It's very nice. This isn't going to be permanent. I want something a bit more crazy, industrialiness to it. So I'm not worried about the torches being terribly neat. Hey, stop it. Oh, if I sound if my voice sounds a little hoarse, or if I've been coughing a lot, I recently on my way home today, I got off the bus, and then I'm going to, by the way, in case anyone's wondering what I'm doing, I'm going to be trying to find some sheep. I probably won't, but I'm going to go on a quick search. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can. I don't know my coordinates, and I can't really be bothered to. Can't be bothered to look them up, so I think I'm going to do some mining. I'm probably going to wrap up soon because I'm about to hit the 20-minute mark. And I think that's a good spot for a Let's Play. Anyway, so I got off the bus, and then I get a text, and I go in my pocket. As I go in my pocket, I realize that my wallet is no longer. My wallet's got my debit card. It's got everything. It's got my Oyster card, which is needed, basically essential in order to use transport in London. It's got all my money, just all of my important things. And where I live. One second, I got an itch on my ear, and it's under my headphones. Oh, that is well and truly scratched now. But the way it works is my stop is kind of the last stop. My bus stop is the last stop before it kind of becomes motorway. So it's still a fairly residential area where it stops, and then suddenly it turns a corner, and you're on a road called the North Circular, which is a fairly major dual carriageway, which is basically a motorway. and there's not a stop for ages. But luckily, just before you get to that, there are traffic lights. But they're on just there. There are traffic lights right before the motorway starts, but it's still like actually on the motorway, just sort of right as it's about to like go over a bridge straight to the motorway. And I ran because I realized pretty quickly actually after getting off the bus. I ran and I managed to catch up with the bus, but when I turned the corner, there were two of the same buses, so I take something called the 134. It's the number of the bus. And I turned the corner, and there were two 134s right next to each other. Oh, I need to throw something away. And I didn't know which one was mine. And I just had to guess. I knocked on the door. It wasn't a stop. I knocked on the door, and I ran onto the bus. And it turned out I got the wrong bus. And luckily, the traffic lights are kind of slow. Oh, I thought I saw someone there for a second. Hippo's on, but I doubt he's anywhere near me. So I ran onto the other bus, and of course they're not going to just like suddenly stop the whole bus for me, but they did let me on, which was nice. I went upstairs and I got my wallet, but then I had to stay on the bus for ages down the North Circular, and I ended up, instead of being by my house, I ended up being, for any of you real London, it's called Londonites, it's not called that, they're called Londoners. Oh, you're weird. A carrot! A carrot! Yes! I got a carrot! We can grow carrots! Okay, we're gonna go and plant that right after we get the diamond. Make sure it's not gonna drop into lava. Should be good. I know I probably should get a fortune pick on this, but I probably won't find it again. I don't have my fortune pick with me. Oh, I need to throw something away again. Alright, don't need spider eyes. And I ended up all the way on the bus, and I ended up all beside Brent Cross, which was about a half-an-hour detour both ways in terms of getting on the bus again. So it took me an hour out of my journey. It took me an hour longer to get home. Although I went right past my home, it took me an hour longer to get home. But when I got off the bus driver said, "You are a very lucky man," and that was fairly nice. Okay, so we need to... Oh, we're going to need to find a way back out. Is that it? That looks fairly promising in terms of a way out, but I have a feeling that looks kind of more promising, actually. Yes, this is the way out. This is definitely the way out. Here we go. This could get... I could do like the jump thing, but with a mechanical... Whoa! Wait, what? Oh, yeah, alright. With a mechanical keyboard, which means it has like spring-loaded switches under every key, so this is why it's so loud, like clickety clackety. I mean, that wasn't real typing, but so if I were to do the jump thing, it gets quite loud, and it's actually louder for you, the listener, than it is for me, because one, I have headphones on, which kind of cancels out a lot of the noise around me, and two, because the mic is standing on the same desk as the keyboard. Have I got anything in that? No. The vibrations made by typing on the keyboard are passed directly from the desk to the mic. Oh, damn it, I just patted the mic, though. There's probably like a big thudding noise you just heard. And it vibrates inside the mic, so it sounds even louder, which is annoying. Which is why if I bang a desk, which I'm not going to do, it sounds rather ghastly. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant a carrot, and I think we'll call it the end of the episode, because that is 25 minutes. I can't tell. It's because it's been done in 2 different recordings. Now, I never planted a carrot before, but I'm assuming it's as simple. Yes! Or we could bone meal it, and I think we will. Oh, whoops. Yay, carrots! Woo! Alright, so I think that was used for pigs. But on that note, guys, I know we didn't get a whole lot done, but I think we had a nice talk. I know I haven't done anything in a while. Well, I mean, on YouTube. You know, I'm a very busy guy. I've got a lot on my schedule. I really don't. Anyway, so I'm going to thank you guys for sticking around through the slightly uneventful episode. And I'll see you... Wait. Actually, one thing. Whew. So this is for the hardcore viewers that have really stuck around to the end. I know that there's a group of you that really like the parkour videos. It's just too hard. All right, I'm working on one right now, but this is, and I don't know why the jumps like don't seem like as crazy as some jumps that I've done before. It seems like I've done harder jumps, but something about this course just does not sit right with me. And I've been trying to master it for about 3 weeks now, and I just can't do it. So I might edit the course a little bit to make it somewhat easier. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I never really thought the series was about the most insane parkour, but something that, alright, those different stairs and no stairs, it's not good. But something that was just, I'm not going to call it art because it's a bit weird, but something a bit different. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.